Come in. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Your Honor. I wanted to talk to you before you convened court this morning, but I was late. Judge Llewellyn, I have to tell you that,
Will you let me say something first? I think I know what you want to tell me, and it's all right. I understand.
it's about what happened last night.
I thought that's what it was.
I wrote the story about 5 o'clock this morning. I hated to with all my heart. You know that. It's the full story, Your Honor, and every detail. All of the who's and whys, whens, wheres, and the hows of what happened last night. I'm going to have to turn it into my paper. I'm sorry. That's why I came here this morning. I wanted to tell you what I was going to do before I did it. I didn't know what I was promising when I gave you my word to keep it out of the paper. And
I didn't anticipate subsequent events either. If you feel guilty, please don't. I had no right to ask you. In any case, you only promised to keep my daughter's hospitalization out of the papers, isn't it so? There was nothing about a judge who almost committed a murder. Perhaps would have, if it hadn't been for you. A judge, Nick. A man whose behavior must at all times, under the stress of whatever personal emotions, be above and beyond. Well, it's all here in my resignation. That wasn't a judge sitting up on that bench. It was a prejudiced, frustrated father looking for revenge. And that's all over now. We must bind our wounds. My daughter has to get well, and I have to get well.
you will, sir. Judge Llewellyn, I admire you. And I respect you for what you are, for what you did, and what I know you'll be.
Didn't take long, did it, baby? And since you're acquiring wisdom all over the place, are you smart enough now to accept my invitation to lunch? Maybe you'll even let me pay for the sandwich and milk this time.
Give me Mark Granger and give me him quick. You got guts?
I got guts, kiddo.
Good. Then listen.
This is Granger.
Mark, this is Nick. I got a story for you, Mark. I think you'll like it. I won't guarantee the spelling or even the punchy sentences. But on the matter of trust, Mark, I think you'll like it.
I'm sure I will, Nick.
It's about Judge Llewellyn, Mark. About how he blew his top last night outside a joint in Greenwich Village. And then tried to choke his daughter's estranged husband. There's a second story, Mark. The voluntary resignation of Judge Llewellyn. You listening?
I'm listening.
Well, I want to tell you something. I want you to understand it and believe it. The fact that he's resigning has nothing to do with this. I would have told you anyway, Mark. If necessary, I would have blasted him off the bench. You follow me?
I follow you, Nick. I've been ahead of you.
Well, I'm catching up to you, Mark. I'm catching up.